Buongiorno everybody. Let me introduce myself. My name is Robert Zerilli and I am the great nephew of Antonio Venero, and some of you might know the name Venero and some of you might not, so that's why I'm doing this little video blog to introduce the Venero family to all of you. And it's a business that I hold near and dear to my heart. I've worked here for the past 30 years, and my great Uncle Antonio started Venero's back in 1894 here at the same location in Manhattan's East Village at 342 East 11th Street. And the pastry shop has been in operation since then, and we have not stopped. We are always open, 365 days a year, every day. The pastry shop started out actually as a pool hall, and Antonio brought over his wife Pasqualina, and they had 7 children, 4 boys, 3 girls. And the pastry shop basically was really, it was called Venero's Confection back in the day, and they made homemade candies, Antonio, and it was very well, you know, everybody loved them, but they wanted more. He roasted his own espresso. You could actually say he was one of the first people to roast espressos in the city. So Antonio eventually brought over some master bakers from Italy, and they were very well trained, you know, and they started out doing some amazing work, and it won numerous awards, and I will show you some of those awards in a few moments. I do have old pictures, and I think you're going to find them interesting. I love Venero simply because it has so much history. There's so many. I mean, we've served presidents, heads of state, famous movie stars, to the regular folk. We've done countless wedding cakes. We've been on numerous TV shows, film, TV, you name it, but it still, you have to experience the shop when you come in and see the tile floor and the old pictures hanging around, and it's very famous in its own way, but it's the product that stands out too. It's a handmade product. Everything's made from scratch, no artificial ingredients, by hand. There's very few machines involved. So without further ado, let me show you some of the diplomas that we've received over the years. This one's one of my favorite. It's a plaque that was from Bologna, Italy, and as you can see, it's a silver plaque, and the name Venero is pretty much in there. I don't know if it's going to come out, and it is again from Bologna from 1933, and the plaque again represents one of the awards that we won from the exposition. Basically, we competed with the French. I think it was 3 times. We beat them, and they took us out of competition after that. But that was an amazing competition. Here's another famous diploma. I'm going to get you a little close-up here. And this diploma, it's a lithograph. But as you can see, there's the there's from the Grand Primo right here, a medal, and of course, it's written, as you can see, Signor Antonio Venero, and there's a gold coin there. It's basically another champion diploma. We was an international fair, and we did a lot of carved sugar sculptures, and that's what won us that award back in 1925. I don't know if you would see the date 1925 here, but it's in Roman numerals there. And very, very old. You can see the old stamps and everything there. So again, here's another diploma from 1933 from Bologna, which basically mimics that the silver plaque, and again it's written there, Antonio Venero, and this was back in 1933. You can see the seals, the stamps. It's just truly amazing. We're very proud of that. I'd like to also show you some old pictures of my dad. His name was Frank. This was back in the 40s. As you can see, it's very, very old, and you can see the shop. It's a really cool picture of him serving a customer there. Also, it's another great shot of the customers in that store back in the day. Really, really cool shot. And here is another shot of my dad with a customer. And you can see the stained glass on top. the front window. A lot of detail. Sorry about the video, but I'm just trying to get it down right, and it's not so easy in this little room. There's another great old shot, probably from the 30s. This was from a newspaper, an Italian newspaper. It's written in Italian on the bottom. You can't really see it all there, but it's there. You see the old tile floor I was talking about, which we still have. Just a great, great shot. I also have here a great shot of the front window. This was probably back in the 30s. Great shot of the old cookies, a wedding cake. You can see the stained glass pasticceria. I just love that picture. And then over here I have a picture of the front of the store back in the 40s. Well, actually 1939. This was 1939. This was a shot. You could see the front of Venero's there, and there's the old sign, which is actually now replaced with a big neon, but it's still a 70-year-old sign, or it's actually 65 years old that we have now. So as you can see, a lot of changes over the years in Venero's, and not many people can claim that. It's a true historical gem when it comes to New York City and all the rest of the folk. I don't think anybody can really compete with something like that. So we hope you to come down, meet you, and show you the pastry shop. Again, it's a national treasure as far as I'm concerned. It's been around, like I said, since 1894. My father worked the business for 50 years until his passing back in 1994. And again, I've been working there 30 years, and I guess I started back in 1977, a little over 30 years. So please check us out, all right? 342 East 11th Street in Manhattan's East Village. That's between 1st and 2nd Avenue. And you can't miss it, the big red and green neon sign. All right? We'll catch you then.